Yeah, around 6:30, we started hearing the barrage. Within seconds, the whole family was downstairs in the basement. Unfortunately, we know the drill because Hamas bombs us every now and then, and they especially like doing it on holidays. So we weren't surprised when we had to be there for a while. And then a little while afterwards, we started hearing the reports that made us understand that this is not the usual drill, because we understood that there are terrorists in the streets, that some of the villages have been infiltrated. And, we were in the basement because it's supposed to be rocket proof, but it doesn't have a door. So if there are terrorists on my street, then there's nothing holding them back. They break a window and they're basically in my basement within seconds. So we grabbed some kitchen knives, and my mom had this little gardening hatchet. And that was our last line of protection against fanatic gunmen. And the reports kept on pouring in that a few hundreds of meters from us, there are fierce battles being fought that include beheadings of people, including babies, rape, burning down entire families in their homes. And we could hear the gunshots, and lots of them. We could hear them for hours and hours. And we were there really without any protection, knowing that these crazy, crazy zealots are very close to our door.
Look, let's be frank, Eden, for most of us, it's utterly beyond comprehension what went on and indeed why it went on. What do you want to see as an Israeli? What do you want to see happen next in all of this? Do you think Netanyahu is right with his stance that he wants to wipe Hamas off the face of the planet?
Hamas should have been wiped off the face of the planet a long time ago. They are a terrorist organization who do not represent the Palestinian people. They are much closer to the Taliban or ISIS than any, freedom fighters. And I feel for the people of Gaza who are innocent civilians and have nothing and are oppressed by Hamas themselves. I feel very badly for them. But unfortunately, I think the only way this oppression stops is if Hamas is wiped off the face of the earth. This will be hard because they have a lot of funding. Their leaders are obviously not in the Gaza Strip. They are living in luxury hotels around the world. So just a war on the Strip is not going to be the end of it, unfortunately. But I think that the world can work to stop the funding, to sanction the people who are in charge of the atrocities going on since Saturday and to this moment. I don't know. I'm no military expert. I don't know how to fix this, but I know that we will have to root this out from the core, and it's going to be harsh and it's going to be long.
Eden, this must have been so shocking for you, the events of Saturday, and you have a lot of family that live in kibbutz. You are now safely in Jerusalem. How are your family? I understand that you still have a close relative who is still missing.
Yeah. I have one relative who died in battle and another relative who is missing. We don't know where he is. He was in one of the kibbutzim who were infiltrated, and we kind of dread finding out. Unfortunately, right now, Israel has a lot of dead bodies that it can't even recognize because of what Hamas did to them. I'm not even going to specify because I think those things are so awful, and I can't even say those words. So we don't even know what to hope for. We don't know what the best case scenario is because they're all dreadful.
Yeah, which is the harsh reality of it all. Just a final thought, Eden. You said you have sympathy for ordinary Palestinians in the Gaza Strip, in effect being held hostage by Hamas. What should happen in terms of the blockade? Is that the right thing to do or not?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. I do want to remind that the Gaza Strip has a border with Egypt as well. So blockade doesn't depend only on Israel. If Egypt decides that they want to allow humanitarian aid to flow through their border, they can do that. I hope that humanitarian aid, which means only water, food, and medicine, does reach the people there. But unfortunately, we've seen a lot of humanitarian aid in the form of money flowing into Gaza and being used to fund these activities, because most of the money that goes into Gaza is funneled into building more, attack tunnels, buying more weapons, and into educating kids in Gaza that their mission in life is to kill Jews.
Eden, what's your hopes for Israel now?
Well, we've been a divided nation for a while now, and I really hope that this will unite us. We're already seeing that it has united us in ways that we haven't seen in a long time. Countless families have opened their homes to the refugees from my area, and that includes a lot of Arab families as well, are also a part of this new unity that we're seeing. Everyone is volunteering, everyone is packing food, buying supplies, offering free aid. You know, musicians are performing for free, and people are giving lectures and screening films and everything so that people are able to take their minds off of what's going on for a little while. Restaurants are just cooking tons of food and sending it over. And we've really been seeing an amazing, amazing surge of unity and love inside our communities. And I hope that we're going to see that for a long time.
Yeah.
Eden, really good to see you this morning. We really appreciate it, actually, because you provide a balance that I think some people perhaps wouldn't have expected from someone who's been through what you've been through. And so we really appreciate that. Thanks very much indeed.